Three longbeards. Ran up here to put some salt out and got a little bit distracted, didn't we, Billy?
Yeah. I always get distracted on some longbeards.
Yeah, buddy. It was alright till we rolled this window down. They must have been, I believe they've had some suppressor fire for some vehicles before.
Rolling the window down, and I don't know if it was that or just when I killed the engine. One of the two.
They didn't like, did they?
No, but we're always ready.
Hey, you can't beat that.
I mean, you called it the other day, out of season, but they're still here. Matter of fact, I've got 3 of them back there. 1, 2, no, 4. And we're loaded up. It's like a
Cabela's back here, ain't it?
Cabela's Bass Pro Redhead all rolled up in one right here in this truck. It's a mobile store.
This is scouting from the truck.
Run and gun scouting. That's a nice trail right there. A lot of deer coming off that hill.
Yeah.
A lot of deer. All right, guys, we're out today, and we're getting ready to put out some salt for deer. And you've heard us talk about this. Deer hunting is it's not just a few months out of the fall. It's a year-round process, and the salt here, it's real easy to do, and it's got a lot of benefits, not just for hunting but for the deer also. Summertime is a time when the salt actually helps the deer digest their food source during the summer. They eat a lot of leafy stuff, a lot of green stuff. It helps digest that, and it also tells us as hunters what the quality of deer is you have on the property you're hunting in, whether it's public land, private land, whatever. And this is something that we've done throughout the years, and this mix right here is just something that works for us. We've noticed the different things we use in here seems to attract the deer well, and this is what we use year after year. We've got some different stuff here. Basically, the first thing we put in it is just regular fine salt. Today we've got this Champion's Choice fine salt. You can go to Walmart or Tractor Supply, anywhere. A lot of times we get the little salt pellets. You can get a bag for $3 or $4. It works just as good. Salt. To me, the white salt is the main attractant for these deer. It attracts them probably better than anything we're going to put in here. The most beneficial thing to the deer that we're going to be putting in here today is probably the trace mineral and the Himalayan pink salt. These things have a lot of minerals in them. Some of it helps for antler growth. A lot of it helps the does when they're have fawns. It helps milk production, and it really just increases the health of the herd. So it's not only good for the deer, it's good for the hunter, because I guarantee you, if you've got some nice bucks on your property, they're going to find this salt, they're going to be in it. Now, whether you're going to see these same deer when hunting season rolls around is another question. They're going to be somewhere. A lot of times we'll be getting videos and pictures of really nice bucks, and a week or two before season, just like all nice bucks, they fall off the radar a lot of times. Sometimes you never see them again, sometimes you get to harvest them, but we have seen deer in this stuff year round. But today we're going to just show you kind of what you need. It's real simple, and it's also a lot of fun too. About every 2-3 weeks, a lot of times we'll put out, I don't know what, Randy, 12-15 salt licks on different properties and public land we hunt. Every 2 or 3 weeks we'll go out, gather all the SD cards, go back to the house, and it's a lot of fun to see what wildlife you've got in the area you're hunting. Mm-hmm. It's not uncommon on the public land we hunt. We'll have elk, bear, deer, hogs, coyotes. Everything out there in the woods is going to come to this salt, so it's kind of a fun thing to do. Also helps the deer herd out, and it's going to help you out knowing what you got in your area too. So we're just going to kind of show you today how much of each one we put in a bucket, basically mix it up and rough the ground up. To do this, you'll probably need some kind of little tool like a mattock or a metal rake, or just something to kind of break the ground up. I prefer the loose stuff over the blocks. There's nothing wrong with the blocks if that's what you like, but I think the more natural salt lick it is, I think the better a draw it is for the deer. Naturally, it's in the ground, they have to dig for it. When the rain comes, this will soak into the ground, and you guys that put out salt, you'll know after a year or two, there's a hole in the ground that's used where these things get in there and dig and pile for it. But like I said, during summertime, it's beneficial to them, beneficial to us. And one of the things that me personally that I've started using that I think really helps is this Himalayan pink salt. It's a little more expensive than some of this other stuff, so we don't put as much in there, but it's got like 84 minerals in it, and I think it's a good attractant for them too. So basically, this is our go-to mix. It's pretty simple: trace mineral salt, fine white salt, Himalayan pink salt. Now you can add different things too if you want. Dicalcium phosphate is another good thing to put in there. We don't have any today. We've used it in the past. It's really beneficial for antler growth. A lot of times you can get it at your co-op. Whatever you put out for the wildlife, check your local game laws in your state and make sure it's legal. Here in Tennessee, it's pretty restricted to salt type products. You can't really have any type of, or hunt over any type of food products, artificial sweeteners, different things like that. You can actually put that stuff out for deer, you're just not allowed to hunt over some of it. So wherever you're doing this, make sure you check your game laws. So if we get into it and get a mix.
All right.
All right, guys, we're getting ready to hear it beat up a little bit. There we go. I'm getting ready to put a little mix in here. Now guys, we're real scientific on our mixture.
Yep. Got the weight and scales and everything?
Yep. It's about right. That's the first round, is the white salt. And we're gonna go trace mineral. And whoop. That went an ounce over. And now we're going to be not as liberal with the Himalayan. It's a little more costly and it don't take as much. We're going to say a little under half of a 5-gallon bucket ought to do you.
Yep.
Like I said, it's no, and honestly, my personal opinion, and this is just something that I've noticed throughout the years, but the white salt, like I said, is really what is the attractant, I think, for the animals. I think if you put out 3 separate piles of this, they're probably going to come to the white salt more regular than your mineral or your Himalayan, more than likely. To me, that's what draws them in. That's why you need the white salt. Now, the most beneficial to the deer is obviously the trace mineral, the Himalayan. That's what's beneficial. But you put the white salt in there, to me, to have more of a attractant for the deer to come.
Yeah.
And as they're eating that, obviously they're going to eat the minerals too. So
yeah.
So that's why I typically, honestly speaking, I try to put just a little more white to keep that attractant in there. But I mean, if you guys choose to use a straight up mineral instead of white, they will come to it, because it does have salt content in it. But that's just kind of how we do it.
It's real simple, ain't it?
Real simple.
It don't cost you an arm and a leg.
No.
It don't take you a lot of time, and it's very beneficial.
Matter of fact, those we stopped and bought them 2 bags this morning. I already had the pink Himalayan. We got just the fine salt and got trace mineral. I think it was $15.
Yeah.
But you can actually get it cheaper than that. A lot of times we'll get, like I said, the pool pellets.
Yeah.
You can get like a 40-pound bag for like $4.
Yeah.
Which normally that's what we use.
So you got 20 in the pink Himalayan and 15 in the fine and the trace. And how many will that make ballpark?
Oh, what we got there, that'll make probably 4 or 5 licks maybe, depending on how liberal
you
use your salt.
Yeah.
Like I said, normally we'll, that much right there, that'll last all through summertime and into the season. And a lot of times we may go once in the refresh. If we do refresh, it's not near that much, but that right there, if you just poured this out alone, by this time next year they'll still be coming and digging for this amount. Like I said, every year, once we've established one, this is a new one here we're going to put out, but once we've established it, you really don't have to put as much in it to keep it fresh.
No.
It soaks in the soil and it's there.
Yeah.
And it'll draw them in.
I like about this too. Hey, look here. This ain't the mountain. Look here.
Yeah. Randy wanted me to drive today, and I think I see why. If you look at my tires here, that makes a mess out of a truck. So when he called me, oh, my boat's hooked to mine, and oh, this, and here we are.
That's it, buddy stuff, man. Look here.
Yeah. I know what Darren today would feel like right now.
Oh, I'm really gonna get, look here. This blesses my heart right here. Let me just elaborate on all the hunting buddies. The one that hates to do manual labor the most is this one right here. So this is just really.
This warmed your heart.
It just warms my heart to see you do some manual labor, man. It really does. It warms Tammy's heart when she gets to watch this too. And
yeah, she'll probably get a kick out of it.
She'll be like, yeah, you'll do that stuff for the deer, but you won't get out here in the yard and do it.
Well, priority levels.
Deer hunters and wives are gonna, all that watch this are gonna be like, yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Guys, when you do this, you don't have to do much, and you don't really even have to do this. You can pour it straight on top of the ground if you want. You can take one of the big blocks, just set it out. I mean, over time, even a big block will, through rains and stuff, it'll absorb in there. But me personally, I like to just kind of rough the ground up a little bit, mix some of that dirt in there, and to me, that's a more natural type salt lick.
Yeah.
And it's always worked for us in the past.
Always has.
So we like to rough it up before we drop it in. Pour it in, we just mix her up with the dirt. And trust me, guys, if you never put these out, the deer will find this, and they'll find it quick. And you can kind of tell from the video, we chose this location. Back here we've got back behind me we've got a thicket where Randy's pointing back in there. That's where a lot of these deer bed. He's hunted in the past. They've got an old skid trail coming out of this thicket. And right here you're at an intersection. There's a trail leads down to a smaller field down here. And up above us here, there's a bigger field. And if y'all watched the I guess the Christmas buck episode that was seemed like we had a foot of snow in it. Randy killed a 8-point over here. That's where it was at, up there. So matter of fact, that deer it probably come out of this thicket, across this road bedding up into the field where he shot it. But when you pick a location for this salt, try to find out some trails the deer are using, some travel corridors,
yeah,
pinch points, saddles, whatever that's going to funnel the deer down. It's just going to make it easier for them to find it if you put it in areas like this. And this is like I said, a big travel corridor with these intersecting skid trails right here. So I guarantee you, within a day or two, we're going to start having some deer activity right here. Maybe by tonight.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, we put brand new licks out forward and put the cameras up, and
yeah,
by that night you've got deer in it.
You got deer in it, yeah. And you're just scraping everything back on top of there, ain't you, Billy? I mean, just
you basically just mix it all up.
There's no
rhyme or reason.
No rhyme or reason, or no good way or bad way to do it. You know, just do it.
Don't matter if you got weeds in there, grass, dirt.
Yeah,
they're gonna find it. And I like this fine because it, you know, a couple good rains, when you walk back over here, you probably won't be able to see much of this salt. It'll be absorbed into the ground.
Yeah.
And the deer, like I said, they come, they paw for it, dig for it, lick the ground, and that's what they want. So, like I said, this is just, you know, obviously we're no scientist, but between me and Randy, we've probably got 60 or 70 years hunting combined, our lifetimes. And a lot of trial and error, and this is just what works for us. So next step we're going to do, we brought a trail camera. We're going to set it up and give you some tips on how to set a trail camera up on this too. So we'll get it ready. All right, guys, we're back. Oh, Billy, he got the hard part done. I'm gonna come in here with the easy part. Did really good on the salt, and it's just another tool in your arsenal. And anybody that hunted whitetails for any time at all, Billy, you have to get every advantage you can on your side.
Oh yeah,
because these are wily animals. Getting into the man's next best friend is a trail camera, because you might just be in here on Saturday morning for a couple hours and Saturday evening for a couple hours. This joker here is in here all the time, and it'll tell you exactly what's in here, and maybe you're wishing for something bigger, but if you don't show up on trail cam and you've got all the places covered, then that just means he just ain't in here.
Yeah.
Because they're infrared, taking pictures at night. All you deer hunters know about that. But anyway, we're going to get into setting it up. Where we want to be at is we're going to be right here on this tree right here, and we got a lot of cover behind this. And these overhanging limbs right here, they are going to be your worst nightmare, because you're going to check a lot of pictures of this right here. A lot of videos of this right here with the wind blowing. So you have to make sure you clear your stuff out. If you'll spend a little bit more time setting your trail cameras up the right way, they'll be very productive for you. And so we're going to cut this stuff out of the way right here and cut these overhanging limbs out where they won't catch them on trail cam, and then we'll see what's in here, Billy.
Well, also probably pay attention to the sunrise and sunset is a big thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times, you know, if you don't know what location the sun's rising in, but it will absolutely wash that camera out a lot of times.
Yeah, it will.
So.
And it'll be at the one where you really want the best picture. I mean,
oh yeah,
where you see some outline of antlers, but you can't really tell what it is.
Yep. So when you position these, try to get it to where when the sun's rising and setting, you've got it facing, you know, an opposite direction from that, so it won't wash your cameras or your photos or your videos out.
And hopefully now, I'm not saying there ain't none up here, but there's not. Last time I set trail cameras in here, I didn't see no bear, but like it is up on the mountain. But hopefully we won't get took for a snack there like we do up on the mountain every now and again.
Yeah, if you've got bears in your areas, you need to be real careful about handling your cameras with a bare hand. I mean, I'm telling you, those bears, I don't know if it's something they're hearing in the camera, or some scent you've left on there from what you've had from lunch or something. But I
Or the
mean,
battery smelling.
it's something. I mean, they are attracted to the cameras, and I don't know how many we've lost, been mauled.
Yeah.
We've got videos of bears walking down in the woods carrying their cameras in their mouth.
Yeah.
Been able to recover some of them, but bears are hard on cameras.
Well, they are, man. They are. So we're gonna spend a little extra time here, and we're gonna get it set up right, and this thing will do some reconnaissance for us, and then we'll know before season opens up where we need to set up, where the deer's coming to, where they're going after they get out of the salt, which way they're headed, and then you set your stand locations up to meet that. You check your wind direction, you know, and everything like that. So then you'll know, gives you the heads up. Just very, very handy. Yeah. You liking this, ain't you, Billy?
Yeah, now you get to see you work.
Well, I mean, yeah, I meant too. You liking that me breaking limbs out?
Oh yeah. Looks like a 2 or 3 break setup. Yeah,
check with if you're hunting public or private land. Make sure it's all right to break this stuff out.
Yeah.
You know, from the homeowner.
Yeah, if you've got permission somewhere, make sure it's all right before you come down here and clear cut some saplings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say there's nothing worse than getting and this has happened to us in the past. You come and you've got 500 videos on one SD card and you're sky high. You're like, man, we've got all kinds of activity to get back home, put it on the big screen, and you got 450 pictures of a limb flapping in the breeze. So it will happen.
And that's the bad thing about when we hunt on public land. It's the next trip before you can fix it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So
yeah.
you got another, you're out 2
or 3 weeks before you can fix it. Yeah.
And again, we're like this with the cameras. You do what works best for you. You might do something totally different than us. Hey, if that's what works, do
That's
it.
right.
You know.
The disclaimer here is we're no experts.
We don't claim to be.
We've had a lot of trial and error in 30-something years.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Let's raise it up just a little bit. Man, I need to get a lot of times your cameras seem like it's set up a little bit lower than what you want. So you put you something up here behind it and kind of get that out just a little bit. You know, because you don't want to take pictures of the sky. You want to take pictures of, and we're going to angle it just a little bit where we're going to catch this road coming out, plus the salt. So we're at a full-way stop with McDonald's on the corner.
That's right. Can't beat it.
It's kind of hard to beat, ain't it?
Yeah.
So we've opened
And
up.
we've got a super-sized fry over in the ground for
I
them.
mean, it's just as, we got 3/4 of life on battery. We're good on our date and time. Your year, everything's good. We're good, Billy. Come in. Looks like it's facing just a little bit over, just a little bit. I think that's going to be good right there, man. It's going to be good, just real simple.
As you can see right there is the salt. Right there.
We've done this. We've took a Saturday out. We was up there to get the stuff around 8. It's somewhere around 10. So we've come up mixed. We've messed around with the camera. So in less than 2 hours, we made a salt lake and put a camera up.
Yeah. Yeah. And really, we do a lot of jaw jacking. So if you really got down to business,
Yeah,
we could have been done an hour ago.
you could have been done.
So it don't take long. You could take a half a day Saturday and put you out 5 or 6. It's real easy.
Yeah. And the earlier, and we're really later than really what we usually are.
Yeah. Usually we've got them out toward the tail end of turkey season, right after turkey season.
Yeah.
Obviously we've not been able to get up there. We're going to try to get up on the mountain next week, but anytime during the summer is when you want to get this out, because they're still going to be on this salt another at least another 2.5 months hard.
Yeah. And still, even after that, they're still on it, ain't they?
Oh yeah.
Just periodically, not as much, but periodically they're still on it.
Summer months, they'll hammer it.
Yeah. So we're going to go make, I think we're going to make another one.
Make one more here, and then the rest will be up on the mountain.
Yeah. Okay, let's get back to the serious matters real quick. Why are me and you out here by ourselves?
Well, for those of you that watched the last episode, we had an issue kind of come up with one of the, I guess you'd say, team members, one of the crew guys or whatever, Darren. He was caught up in a move. He was put on a no contact list because y'all know how that goes. So
I'm sure everybody listens just shaking their head, dude.
yeah,
I'm sure of that.
all your good buddies out there, you know what that is when they're on no contact list removed. That's the worst thing man can be asked to do. So this week, David, our other partner, he's actually my next door neighbor. I hazed over there yesterday evening and see what we were going to do this weekend, as far as some show content or what we were going to get into. He must have been around Darren, and it must have been contagious because he's got the moving bug too, moving some couches and stuff. And
yeah.
So I went ahead and volunteered that me and Randy was coming out to do the salt this morning, even though I hadn't even talked to Randy yet. I had to get out. I had to get out of the house Saturday quick. So those guys they're moving, not with each other, but they're moving. So me and Randy had to put the show on our back. It must go on. So
yeah.
We chose to do the hard work and come out here and prep for deer season.
Yeah.
So, guys, I hope your back ain't hurting too much this morning.
Grubbing a hillside is better than moving.
It's rough stuff.
I got a new nickname for you. Catfish. Always putting them feelers out there, man.
You got to put the feeler out first, and always have a backup plan if something comes your way you don't like.
Like when your buddy calls you and say, "Hey, what are you doing this weekend?" And you're like,
I might have something going on. What are you thinking? You always got to have that backup plan.
You do, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, with this crew I run with, man, you don't want to just leave it open-ended. You find yourself in a mess quick.
Especially with Darren, you'll either be burning brush piles or cutting
grading
driveways, something.
Moving.
Yeah.
I mean, that joker... I mean, I don't know, you all in the comments tell us he's wanting to make a video of burning brush piles and cutting wood. If you'd like to see it, let us know.
Yeah.
I'll even go do it.
Yeah.
If that's what you guys want, that's what we'll do. You want to see us with a chainsaw and a maul? So be it.
Now, Billy, I'm probably thinking like you are, that's off-season stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, that's stuff you don't do when you absolutely don't have nothing else to do.
But... is there really an off season?
No, that's the good part about it.
I mean,
you label it as off season, but there never is one.
I mean, I dedicate a lot to the outdoors and to this show.
Yeah.
And my wife can attest to this. Because why? We have no back porch.
Yeah.
I mean, she wanted a new one. Yeah. I tore it down in a day. Then you've got deer season, you've got turkey season, you've got fishing in the summer. I don't know if there's a season lapse to where we can build a deck.
I don't think there is, Billy.
Maybe I can talk him movers into coming over there and doing something.
So if you're gonna be working, just come over here real quick.
Yeah, just knock that out while me and Randy's out here, doing your job for you.
That's it. So it's like so when there's killing involved, they're lining up. Yeah. When this stuff right here, it's not so glamorous.
No.
Type work. They've always got something to do, seem like.
No, but they'll always be like, where you going to put me?
Yeah.
You got a good stand for me.
All you deer hunting buddies, you know what Billy's talking about right here.
You know that guy that pops up opening day. Hey, man. Yeah, we've got some of that in the group here. So, but me and Randy will put you on our back. We'll guide you in the right direction.
Yeah.
You just do the moving and the porch building. We got the rest covered.
There you go. There you go. I like that. I like that.